Hey there YouTube, Bad Fat Panda here. I have a special Wednesday upload for you. This one is a capture the flag match on Rust. What happened, the story behind this match, we were actually playing Team Tactical, three of my subs and me, and we decided to, well, I said that I would upload capture the flag match as long as we got more than 20 flag captures. We ended up, final score 27-1. So yeah, I'd say we got more than 20 flag captures. We pretty much dominated them. They were, toward the end, camping up there with some RPGs and such. And so you see me switch to a non-riot shield with throwing knife. I use a blast shield instead, the default class. But yeah, you saw me start off with an SMG, and then we thought, well, what would make this better? And riot shields make anything better. So yeah. I've been having a lot of fun with the Riot Shield of late, and it's quite amusing. I usually have three classes set up, one with this guy right here, Scavenger, Lightweight, Commando, and a Throwing Knife, and Shotgun secondary, or Deagles. Akimbo Deagles also work. I won't, but they're pretty much a Shotgun secondary. And Pwned. That was a pretty good knife throw on my part. I give myself props for that. Well, I guess I should talk a little bit about Capture the Flag and the way I play it and such. So basically, if you want to win Capture the Flag, you should have... well, you should play with a party if you actually want to win. And if you're playing with a party, usually set 2 people on defense and 2 people on offense. If you're in at least a party of 4, you can allot extra people to attack if you feel it necessary. I usually don't feel it necessary to defend the flag that much if you have a straight, just good offense, solid offense that you can just lock them down. I would also highly recommend a Marathon Lightweight class with a tactical insertion, and preferably Ninja, because A, you don't want to know, you don't want them to know where you are. So heartbeat sensor or headset, Ninja Pro, really effective right there. And place a tactical insertion in behind their spawn, behind their flag. And just have 2 guys do that. When the first guy gets back, you take the flag, other guy runs back, and in case you guys die, then you spawn right by the flag anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much a straight up tactic. Rust is actually a small map, and you may think that the 27 flag captures is not a lot on a match like Rust, but the fact that they also have 1 flag the entire match, and they got it in the first couple, like I think they're going to get it in a second here. But that's pretty solid lockdown. So yeah, you guys can watch this in the background, and I feel free to give any comments. But if you like to see more games like this that I just have that are great scores, not necessarily a great KD, like I think I end up with a 1 KD with like 10 assists, because in a second here I start using Riot Shield class until the end. I think it's like right here, or I forget. It's been a while since we played this actually. But yeah, we were just fooling around. This was a pretty fun match, so yeah. And well, I have a couple things to talk about actually. The first one happens to be the fact that I received my Astro A30s in the mail. As of Monday, I will upload a review of that either next week or on Sunday this week. But I have work on Sunday and Saturday, so probably I'm not going to be uploading it this weekend. You'll probably see it Friday, if any day this week. I like them. I like them a lot. It's actually what I'm using to record this right now. The old mic I used was actually a built-in input on my MacBook Pro. And this mic is pretty kick-ass. I mean, it's you don't actually have to move it to get good sound quality, and that's sort of what I like. The Astro A40 is one of my major complaints. A friend of mine had him. It still has him actually, and whenever I go over to his dorm to play, he lets me try them on occasionally if I'm nice to him. And they're a bit heavy. They're a tad heavy. I mean, I have a pretty strong neck. I'm not beast like in any sense of the word, but I mean I bike. I'm like a distance runner, so I sort of build up that endurance, especially in the neck area. Biking really fucks with your neck if you don't ride right. And yeah, so they're still the A30s are great. I mean, for what they are, a bit pricey, but their sound quality is great. The noise pollution there really is none. You don't get any interference. You don't get much sound seeping in, and the A40s are like cups. These actually sit on your ear and just they feel quite comfortable actually for extended periods of time, and that's one of the only qualms I had about the A40s. But check out Friday for a full review. I'll try and get it up then. But as of now, I'm just sort of continuing to play this game. Something else that happened to me that's sort of interesting. I'm recording this on Tuesday. It is like, what is it, 8:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this morning I'm finished with school. I'm finished with finals. I had my last one this morning at 10:40. It was a good test, but so I get our teacher. Like, you would not describe this teacher as like somewhat organized in any sense of the word. And so he gives us this review session, this review sheet after like not giving us any assignments the entire semester for the final. Like, we don't have a grade in that class as of right now, and all that's left is the final. So he gives us this review sheet. I go into the class. The test is the exact same thing as the review sheet, and granted, I studied the review sheet because I figured that he might do it. So that's awesome. Then so I'm finished with school. I'm coming home, and when I get home, I go outside to go down to work, and I see that the place where I work is surrounded by caution tape because they're redoing the roof. So I say, well, we can't be open possibly. So I call my manager, and my boss says, here, I'm going to call you back. So after that, he calls me back in an hour. He says, don't bother coming in today. So I'm like, fucking sweet. So I'm finished with finals, don't have work, and then like an hour later, I have a piano student supposed to come at like 4:15 or something like that. And he calls because he can't go. He has to stay with school or something. So I have absolutely nothing to do. And I play video games all day, and I'm going to continue in the night. But certainly next up is Lost on my list of things to do today. It's currently 8:40, 8:47, and Lost is going to come on at 9. So I'm pretty psyched about that. I don't know, do you guys watch TV at all? I certainly... It sometimes takes a break during the semester because things can get really crowded, and you can watch anything on the internet now for free. So legally and illegally. I'm not saying I download torrents or anything like that, but there are certain ways to do that that other friends just might show me on their computers. But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of really good shows out right now that are coming to an end. I don't know what your guys' take on it. If you guys have a favorite TV show or a couple TV shows that you like that you may think I like, or you think I should like, just drop a note in the comment section. I'd like to see what you guys do with your spare time other than play Modern Warfare and other video games. And TV watching really is another great hobby, but I certainly enjoy it enough. But yeah, I just watched 24 last night, and I've been definitely into 24. It's sad to see that coming to an end. That and Lost, it's sort of like, whoa, dude. Human Target also ended a little while ago. I don't know if any of you guys watched it, but it was quite a good script, and the action sequences were pretty decent. Mark Valley plays the protagonist, which, if you watched Fringe, which is a awesome show. I'm trying not to get any spoilers for any of these TV shows, but if you haven't watched Fringe, seriously, the last Thursday's episode, the ending was completely just a mind f. And my take on it, like I figured that was what was causing the people to come after Peter the entire time, but I still like kept putting it off just because I wanted there to be like some other explanation. But when you saw him come in to Peter's hotel room at the end, I was like, what the fuck? And it was sort of like, it just caught me by surprise, even though I had been sort of expecting it. And that was a great twist. I'm waiting for Thursday's episode now. And yeah, in 24, when this is a spoiler, by the way, so mute it if you haven't watched last Monday's, so this Monday's 24. So when he killed that bitch, what was her name? Was it Dana Walsh? That was a fucking personal victory for me, because I just hated the writing on her. She was a good actor. I mean, she made me hate her, but still the writing on some of her lines was just like, and the acting was somewhat overdone. But 24 is always, you don't watch 24 for the acting. I understand that. But yeah, and Lost, certainly, another major spoiler here, so please mute. I'll put an annotation on the screen. The end of last week's episode with Jin and Sun, and I mean, you follow these characters for like the better part of a couple, like 5 years now, and that happens at the end. It's sort of like, when Hurley started crying and then Jack started crying, it was like I didn't actually cry, but it was just like, dude, what the fuck? Why would you, dude? Because I mean, Sun didn't say anything. The thing that got me the most was, I mean, they have a kid and they don't know what's happening with these flash sideways, but still, I mean, they would have a kid at that time and they would know about it, and for Sun not to say to Jin just leave, or Jin just leave for the sake of the Sun is just sort of like, I understand like the whole die in harmony thing, but holy shit. With that, it comes to a close. If you like this, if you like these random uploads, just say something and I'll put more up. I am finished with class now, so I have more free time. I still have work and a couple other things to do, but whatever. We dominate 27-1. Comment, rate, subscribe. Peace out.